project. Who's to say they all weren't? They were supposed to be assassins, but something failed. They got released back into public. Something set them off, and they went on a killing spree. You know, there's many murderers that said, I didn't know what I was doing till I was already done. I'm not like making excuses for them, but I believe that, you know, like Dan said, the CIA is using it today. They might have burned all the horrible stuff, but they kept all the stuff that they studied at. And I guarantee it was found out that it could be done. Brainwashing, mind control, it could be done. And they're not going to release that to the public.
It makes you wonder if some of these mass shooters are purposely created by the CIA to push political agendas or push narratives.
Well, it's kind of funky that whenever there's like a big, you know, gun legislation going into effect, there's a mass shooting. Look it up. There's mass shootings all the time that there's a gun, like a gun legislation trying to be passed.
Las Vegas shootings, perfect example.
Yep. But that's my theory, is that they're still doing it. They found a way to perfect it. They'll never stop. There's no oversight to them. The president is the only person that they report to. And even then, they're known to throw black projects that no one will ever know about. He'll probably come out like 200 years from now.
Yeah, when we've completely forgot about him and we're not even around.
Yeah.
But our podcast will be, shout out to you 200 years in the future when you're listening to us in 2221. Shout out to you.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you think about it. Yeah, we got all these declassified documents and stuff that they finally, you know, gave up. But that was after it's all said and done. You know, they're more than likely still doing everything. And then the next time we get more documents or something, we're going to find out that they've been doing the shit all over again.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to them? They're not going to even get not even a slap on the wrist.
Nope.
I did find a site that kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Okay.
It has a bunch of files and stuff, you know, classified documents and stuff that's pretty much, you know, just, it's like a library. But then it had MK Ultra sound files and stuff that you listen to it and it's supposed to make you feel certain ways. I started listening to one. I'm just like, I don't want to do this. What happened? Like, what's going to happen to me if I keep going?
All right. So we're going to play those sounds right. No, I'm just kidding. We aren't going to play those.
No, but it's an interesting site. It does have a lot of information on it, though. So,
what's the name of the site?
It's called the-i.eu.
All right. Yeah. the-i.eu/public/. It's a website dedicated toward archiving and serving publicly available information. Okay. It's a digital history.
Yeah, we're not responsible for anything that happens, though.
No, we are not responsible. So there you go. All right. So that's the end of the episode today. I just want to thank you for joining us. So now we're going to move on over to On the Scene. So if you're not familiar with our On the Scene, it is where an individual, a listener, or anyone around the world can go out into the public and interview individuals around the world and ask them about current conspiracies and happenings that are currently going on. It's pretty much to get the public's personal opinion. Anyone can do it. Anyone can submit their On the Scene. Just record it with your phone and send the file over to our email addresses. Could be Aaron or Dan or Hans at theoriesofthethirdkind.com. And make sure it's less than 2 minutes long and you'll be featured on our On the Scene. So this week we have Harry, who's our On the Scene. So we're going to play that right now.
Okay, this is Voices from the Street with Harry Scallywag for Theories of the Third Kind, where we get voices from ordinary people in the streets. Right now we're in Brooklyn. Your name is?
Tahir Makewit.
Your age?
40.
With the advent of COVID and how it seems to have changed the entire world, what are the odds that you would say COVID is world-ending?
Not much. I would say it's more of a world-changing. You know, it's not so much world ending, but I think that the world, you know, as far as COVID could lead into other things, you know, as far as freedom of rights, freedom of constitutional rights, you know, freedom of personal liberties.
What are your feelings on the various vaccines that are out there?
I don't trust them yet. Any regular vaccine, it takes years, you know, 5 to 10 years to even, you know, to get it, you know, certified, get it to where it's supposed to be. This is literally, what, 8 months, 9 months, and we got a vaccine already? I don't trust it.
What's your feeling on the current unidentified aerial phenomenon that seems to be on all the news?
I don't think it's new. I think it's always been there. You know, 'cause I myself have actually seen a UFO before.
You want to talk about it?
Oh, I can talk about it, but let me answer your question real quick. I don't think it's really new. I think it's just, it's new for the government to come out and admit it. But I also think that that's one of my main things I always say. If you want to know what the government's doing, don't listen to the media, look behind the scenes. The media is nothing but there to distract you from what's really going on. So the government come out and announce UFOs. Yes, we've got UFOs. Yes, we've seen UFOs. We got documents of UFOs. That's just you know, to get your attention off of. But then at the same time, it could be flipped the other way because they're literally sliding it in with everything with COVID, everything with masks, everything with Trump and Biden. They're literally just sliding that in. As to answer your other question, as far as my UFO, we were, I'd say around 10, 12. We were coming home, me and my mom, my dad, and my brothers, and we pulled up on the street where right before we had to turn for ours, but it dead ended. There was this huge glowing light about maybe 100 feet, 150 feet up in the air, just hovering there. And the funny thing of it is, me and one of my brothers who stayed in the car, we remember it, but everybody else who got in the car don't remember it.
Did it change your life in any way?
It made me a believer. That's the one way. It made me a believer. It made me, you know, look for things. It made me actually really start questioning things. So yeah, I would say it changed my life that way.
All right, thank you very much for your time. You have a great day.
You too.
That was a great interview.
It was.
I like that a lot.
Thank you, Harry, for another fabulous week of Voices on the Street, aka On the Scene with Harry Scallywag.
That's right.
That guy was very informative with his responses.
He was.
Yeah, I like that. Go, Harry, go get some more interviews. I love them. Can't get enough of them. And I love you. All right. Well, that moves us on to shout-outs. So for this week's shout-outs, we got a special shout-out at the end that we're gonna save for the end. But I'm gonna start off with Instagram shout-outs. All right, want to give a shout-out to Marcos Garcia, Garcia Pina, Raquel, Mike, Zach, Uranius, JC Johnson, Josh Mack, Edargo, Jack Clout, Luke Neal, Amelia Serpentatent, Melissa Phillips, Giovanni Aguilar, Louis P., Michael C., Teus, Red Dadpool, Renan Cuff, Travis Gwynn, Sam C., Harshy Papers, Travis B., Miguel Rodriguez, Jamie Krill, Brandon, Greedy Irish, Helen Doom, and Sean Stombarg. Just wanted to shout all of you out. I love you. I'm proud of you. Thank you for the Instagram messages. I'll be sending y'all messages back. And that's it for Instagram this week. Dan, who do you have for Facebook this week?
All right. So, got a shout out to, I'm going to say your name wrong. I'm sorry. Brycey? Bryce? You know who you are. Yeah, I took care of Bigfoot's hand. She sent me a picture of supposedly a cougar had chewed up what looks like Bigfoot's hand. I cut off Bigfoot's hand because he broke mine. Hand for hand. Then shout out to Joshua T. Well, technically this is a shout out from Joshua T. from us. This is a shout out to the love of his life and forever partner, Alicia H. They are actually getting married in September.
And we're not invited to the wedding? What the
I'm
hell?
so upset.
Yeah.
So upset.
We take back that shout out.
Hopefully after this shout out we get one.
We take back the shout out if you don't give us an invite.
Then I just got 2 from Discord, Eduardo Zavala and Hoito Zamine. Then of course all the other ones. You guys know who you are.
All right, Hans, who do you have for shout outs this week?
All right, hop over to email. First one off the email, C. Parsons. I'm glad you moved to Indiana. Make sure that you go to Turkey Run. I think it's Trail 5 that you want to go on. Has the ladders and it's the most messed up trail ever, but it's so